Welcome everyone to everydayman.net, the everyday conversation for the everyday man. I'm your host, Cordero Hicks, my co-host Jay.
Hello.
And Keno.
Hey, yo.
And we had the big three. We back again. About time. I know it's been a while since all three of us been on the show together. Keno been MIA. We don't know where the hell he's been, but he's back, which is good. It's good having us all three back. So how y'all guys been doing, man? Fuck that. Where the hell you been?
I can't give out that information, bro.
Hey, where you been? People want to know where you been at. But
give out that information.
But
I'm good.
Right, you alive, right? But so it's good. It's good to have everybody here. Today's show is going to be a recap. It's our Sunday open talk. It's unedited, unscripted, unbiased. It's just us and our thoughts. And since me and Jay just went to go see Black Panther for the third time this morning, on this Sunday, we go, since it's fresh in our mind, we go over the movie and give our thoughts. We'll be spoilers. So, if you haven't seen it, I don't know what you're doing even listening to this. Go see it, watch it, enjoy it. Bring your ass back, hit play. So, that's gonna be the lineup for today's show. But so Jay, how you been doing?
Good.
That's good, man. Cause I'm chilling. I feel good. I feel happy. Yeah. I just seen Black Panther again.
Really? That makes you happy?
It makes me happy.
Not your family?
Huh? Yeah, y'all okay. But right now, it's me and T'Challa. So, before we get into it, if you guys want to reach us, you can email us at everydaymanpod@gmail.com or head over to our website, theeverydayman.net, where you can find all of our content, movie reviews, all of our shows, news. Head over to SoundCloud and iTunes, The Everyday Man. Make sure you go check out our YouTube page, The Everyday Man. Make sure you subscribe, like our content. Cause we trying to build up our YouTube page, and I've been putting all our content there too. So make sure you guys go check that out. The most listened on there right now is our 50 Shades Freed. I think me and Kenneth did where I rant review, and people have been listening to that the most. So
yeah,
just go check that out. It was fun. So as I was just saying, I don't know if we want to do a play. What you say?
Did we rate this movie?
Did we have to at this point though? I've seen the movie 3 times in theaters. 3 times. I think you've seen it twice, right?
Yeah.
All right. My rating is, I don't know, 7 out of 5, 8 out of 5, 100 out of 5. Who knows? Who cares? This movie is perfect. Not, but it is. Jay, what's your rating?
I give it 5 out of 5. It was good.
It was good?
Same.
Good?
It was good.
Not great? Not excellent? Not exceptional? What's wrong with you? Always the light-skinned people always fucking it up.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Right, because they didn't have any representation in that movie.
Actually they did.
Because one of the fighters, she was very close to light-skinned.
One of the Dora Milaje was actually light-skinned.
Oh, the one that got killed, right?
Oh,
no, actually not her. Actually not her. It actually was one of the other ones that was, Anyway, she's noticed. Actually, you notice her in like the beginning where they're walking off. She's there. All right. So the movie picks up really from the end of Civil War. Now let me ask y'all something. Do you feel like you have to see Civil War to know what's going on in this movie?
It's better if you did.
Is it now?
No, because it's just an intro to him, but this movie goes into more details. They actually show parts from Civil War, so I don't think you have to see Civil War.
No, you don't have to.
Well, to understand the last credits, you would, because you'll be like, well, what is he doing there? Who is that guy?
And to understand some of the references that Shuri makes, you will have to see Civil War to understand that.
Really?
She said, "Oh, it's another broken white boy."
Okay. You need.
But besides that, you don't really need to.
So y'all think it's more of it's a standalone movie? It kind of is a standalone movie besides the flashbacks and the last end credit scene. So besides that, it kind of like is a standalone movie. So I kind of see both points where it's better if you did see it, but if you don't see it, it's fine. You can still enjoy it for what it is, that's pretty good. I like the fact that they did that with this movie, because a lot of people who don't watch the MCU actually came out to support this movie just because it was Black Panther, which I really did appreciate. I remember the first night all of us went together, and you know, all three of us, and that shit was packed. We went opening night, the Thursday night. We didn't wait till the Friday. We went to the Thursday night showing, and that thing was jam packed in there. Even I think we got to the movie theater maybe seemed like an hour early. At least it felt that way. And it was just packed, man. I'm talking about, it's kind of like you feel sorry for those people who show up late, because it's like, man, y'all gotta sit to that front.
Yeah,
y'all necks gonna be hurting in the damn movie. Y'all really close to the screen and everything. But I think when we saw it just now, it probably was like the worst crowd. It wasn't as packed as, you know, the first two times we saw it. But and this crowd wasn't as engaging either. I think it seemed like it's more older people and a lot of more kids, and they just want to see a comic book movie. They don't understand the social behind it. You know, the social commentary behind the movie and some of the things that was said, you know. But like, for like, what does this movie mean to y'all? Like, as far as, you know, all three of us African, well, all of us all African American.
Yes, we all are African American.
But seriously though, like, what did this movie mean to y'all?
Well, I'm just really excited to see like a you know, African American playing a big role. You know, main character. He's not our first black superhero, but he's the one on like a big screen. You know,
he's not our first.
Yeah, he's not our first.
Maybe our best.
You think the best?
He's definitely the best.
You know what? It's gonna sound bad, but I really do like Spawn. Like, I don't know if he's like a big superhero, but
Spawn's not a hero though.
I mean, but he still did good.
Yeah, he did good, but he also did a lot of bad. So, you know, that's how you end up Spawn in the first place, because he went to hell.
Exactly.
So, well, anyways, I did like Spawn, the movie, when it came out.
Yeah, so, I mean, I can understand. Most people would say Blade.
Blade? Really? I like Blade. I enjoy Blade, but,
Blade just kills vampires. He doesn't kill regular people. You know,
he ain't stopping no wars besides the vampire wars.
I mean, somebody got to fight it, right? Somebody got to fight it. Somebody got to fight it. You don't see Iron Man out there fighting the shit.
Cut it out.
So
Iron Man is his own person.
You know, but this movie was good. It was good to see. Like almost the last 10 minutes for me is like the best part of this movie for those who have seen it. You know what I'm talking about. The last 10, 15 minutes is like the best part of the movie to me, especially, you know, because of you know, Michael B. Jordan character, how he's so sympathetic, and, you know, he's talking about his father. His father was going to take him to Wakanda and everything, and it was just, like, that's an emotional moment, especially at the very end of it. And it wasn't done with you yet, because at the very, like, even though if you don't agree with his character, like, the last thing he said, you just had to do it in it. You just had to do it, because, you know, what he gives you, what he leaves you with is something to think about. And that's how you end the character, instead of saying some corny ass line like, I'll be back, and then like die over. you know what I'm saying? He said some real shit. He said some stuff that you don't think about, but you know it's true, but you never think about it, ever. But we'll talk about that when we get there. So since we got to thought,
you want to like walk through the movie or what?
No, we can really walk through it. We could just, I mean, pretty much, but we could just not play by play. You know, we can break down every single scene. But of course, you know, but we could just talk about how the movie opens up, and if I didn't know any better, if I didn't know what this movie was, this movie, like, it starts off in Oakland, right, with these little kids playing basketball.
One of the best opening scenes I've ever seen.
Actually, it really is a good opening scene. It's so, like, it's one of those scenes where I think if it was in a TV show, I don't think it would have worked as well. But the fact that it's in the movie, because they kept coming back to it, every time they came back to it, they give you a little more.
Yeah.
A little, and I think that's what made it so great. Even though it's a beginning scene, it kept adding to it as the movie went on. And over time, stuff just started to make more sense. You'd be like, oh, well, I get it now, you know? So you have T'Chaka going to see his brother. Now, I forgot his name. I have no idea. It's played by Sterling K. Brown, who actually plays that character. I like
the guy from This Is Us.
I haven't seen This Is Us. I heard everybody talk about it. I'm glad.
I tell you, he was in that Marshall movie.
Yeah, he was in Marshall.
And the guy that plays Black Panther played in that too. So
yeah, him and Chadwick Boseman was in Marshall. For those who see Marshall, I like that movie though.
That was a good movie.
Really good movie.
They need to go see that too.
Yeah, so they had been in Marshall together. You're right. So, you know, I mean, how do you guys feel about him betraying his country? You know, because of his morals.
Did he do it for the morals, or did he do it because he felt?
I mean, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you feel some kind of, once he was in United States, he felt that, you see that, you know, we're being incarcerated, we're being killed by cops, we're being
He's saying that the power,
black people was being treated unfairly, and he knew that where I'm from, we got the resources to stop this shit, but we won't. We won't do it.
Because they was watching the riots after Rodney King.
Right, they're watching the riots and stuff. So, and I like the little details they put. It was 1992, and like the little kid would say, Tim Hardaway. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like little stuff like that you catch. That you're like, okay, well, this is 1992 then. But yeah, they were watching the riots and everything. But before we get into that, I skipped the part because we have the opening scene, and you have when they're telling the story of how they got the vibranium and how the 5 tribes came and settled on Wakanda and called it Wakanda and everything, right? Mm-hmm. And this was thousands of years ago. And as they're telling the stories, you can actually see people being put on chains and put in boats on ships. Now, I don't know if you pay that any attention, but that plays a major part in, you know, why Killmonger and his father feel some kind of way, because Wakanda sat back and seen all these terrible things like slavery and everything happen, and yet
they didn't do shit.
They didn't do anything about it. They just sat back and watched people like them actually seeing white people come to their continent and take people from their continent. Not even, you couldn't even stop that. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why his brother so-called betrayed the country, because he felt like, yo, y'all chilling and these people out here really struggling. Like, I'm really seeing it because I'm living the life that they're living. This shit sucks.
Right. And plus he got a kid there, so the stakes are higher. Right.
And he knows now, because in Wakanda, he knows his kid won't be touched. But in America, the rules don't apply. You roll your blood, but this shit means nothing over here. They don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so how do you feel about that though? As far as, you know, why he did what he did, but do you guys understand why? Like, do you get it?
Yeah, it's real easy to understand. Do I agree with how he did it? Absolutely not.
So you don't agree with Joby?
Him bringing Claw in.
Oh, him bringing Claw in. That's right.
Yeah, he should have went to his people. He should have gave them the benefit of the doubt first.
But also, he also said that they didn't. He knew the king would not, you know, consider what he was talking about. That's when Forrest Whitaker character was telling him, he was like, he knew your father wouldn't go for that.
He knew that, but he still didn't at least try.
I don't know. Maybe he had the conversation already. So he decided
I know, but they didn't clarify that. They just clarified that he said he knew his father. And he didn't say, he tried to go to him. You know, there's a difference between him trying than him just assuming.
Right. Right. So, but as far as the Claw situation, that part sucked. I think he shouldn't have did that. But it was funny though, because he was like, man, these 2 Grace Jones looking chicks at the door. And I thought that shit was fucking funny.
That's funny.
And he was like, they won't knock again. So he knew.
Right.
He knew. And the thing is, I don't know if you wrote your blood that you can feel that the king is coming. But
he act like he did.
Yeah, he was like, oh shit. But he can't tell me he didn't know that they wasn't going to find out what happened. And is it just me or Claude didn't age none in 30 years?
They didn't show a picture of him back in the past.
Yeah, they did.
When they did that?
When his father.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. At the very first beginning, when T'Chaka.
Came to the yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, he look exactly the same with them, the same exact tattoos.
But you know what? Maybe he has like something inside him to keep him alive, keep him from aging. I don't know. That's stretching it. But I didn't even realize that he looked the same.
Yeah. So, Claude got some blackness in him. He aged well. but yeah, you guys. So I mean. But yeah, as far as the move, so when we move forward, so we move back into like the present day, and T'Challa is, he's on the way back home, but he's gonna make a stop.
Well, first, that scene that you're talking about, that's T'Chaka's real son.
Yeah, it is. It is the character
that's playing.
Right, the guy who plays T'Chaka. His son is playing the younger T'Chaka in the first beginning of the movie.
Which he looks just like Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, he does look like Chadwick Boseman. That's the crazy part. He does look just like him. Like that's how Chadwick might look when he gets a little older. Once he gets some gray hair and everything. So, but he's already like in his early 40s.
Really?
Yeah, black people age very well. Jessica, I don't know if you knew this or not. But does he look like it though? And does it? So, must be something about South Carolina. I don't know what it is. Shout out to South Carolina because he's from Addison, South Carolina. Black Panther, we in here. So he's on the way back to Wakanda. And so how you feel about his love interest played by Lupita Nyong'o? And let me talk about her for a second. She is. She's a beautiful woman. She just. You ever think she ever failed in her life? You see her skin. You see her legs. No marks. No blemishes. No nothing. She never tripped. Damn, she never tripped.
Skin perfect.
Oh my
I swear
God.
it is. Did you see it, Jay? So you didn't see it?
No, it wasn't.
And they show plenty of close-ups of her. Plenty of close-ups. And she just magnificent. Where's she from exactly?
I got no idea.
Nobody knows where she's from? That where she's from?
I think so.
So we making the trip over there? That's what we doing? No?
If they look like that over there.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them look better than her over there. I'm sure of it. So what ended up happening, he okay.
Oh really? So we keep our phones on now, huh?
Whatever.
She's Kenyan.
What you say?
She's Kenyan.
She's Kenyan. Okay, cool. Damn. Okay. So what ended up happening is, it's like a rescue mission. Remember this the part from the trailer everybody likes when what's the general tells him like don't freeze. See, I love when they show stuff out of context when we don't know that she wasn't talking about the action part. She was talking about the part him seeing her because they're ex-lovers. Mm-hmm. They don't tell you that in the trailer. We thinking it's about the action. Like, man, he would just go and blow the blow with Bucky. Who he scared of, right? Mm-hmm. So when he gets down there, you find out that he was actually talking about her character and I forgot the name of her character, even though we just seen the damn movie. But
Lupita's character or the general?
Yeah, Lupita's character.
She played.
And the thing is, when he gets down there, right, he's like, "Hi." I mean, she look good, but goddamn, what's wrong with you? Like, hi,
right.
It's like a little kid. Like, what you doing? So
she played Nakia.
Nakia, yeah. So when he sees Nakia, he's like, hi. So, but I thought it was pretty funny though. This crowd didn't laugh how everybody else laughed. I ain't like this crowd. They sucked. But he has to end up getting saved, but not really saved by Michonne. I'm just calling Michonne because I know that's Michonne.
Her name is Okoye, man.
Okoye.
Okay, Michonne. So he gets saved by Michonne. So because he froze, just like she said he would. But moving.
He wasn't trying to kill him, but she just came down and just like fucked him up.
Yeah, like bro, you taking too long because you froze. So how do you guys feel about the city? Because when we get to the actual city, how you feel about the city, how it looked and everything?
I thought it would have been a little bit more high tech, but I guess they still keep some of their original.
More high tech,
Well, not the when they got closer to where him and his sisters lived and stayed, but like among the people, it wasn't that fancy.
And I noticed that. And actually, in some parts on the floor, you talking about like on the ground, like some parts that are on the ground, they actually showed graffiti on the wall, like in some places. And so I kind of agree with Jay on that part. So how you feel about it, Ken?
I don't know. Like I said, they never go inside of anything, so it's kind of hard to tell just looking on the outside.
Right, they never go inside of anything, but what I'm talking about is like even just on the ground level. Because like when you have tribes like the border tribe, they're not high tech at all. The border tribe, they're not.
No, not at all.
They're not high tech. I mean, they got their rhinos and everything and feed them big ass apples, but
everybody
right.
Vibranium.
Yeah, I mean they're high tech because you know what they do later in the movie. But as far as like where they live like huts and stuff. They not as like high tech as everybody else. You know, so I agree with Jay as far as like the ground level. It just seemed kind of plain like they walking through a market or something.
I mean, off bat, they show what kind of technology they got. I mean, he picked up remember he was looking at the display, that he picked up the truck to see exactly where Nakia was.
Yeah, he picked up the truck, he brushed the truck off, and saw exactly where she was sitting on the truck. So,
right.
So they technology is fucking dope. Okay? So,
that's a little much, but it's dope.
Yeah. It's a little much like, okay now. Okay. No wonder everybody mad at you, right? No wonder people are pissed and want to do. I mean, because even inside of their own country, it's good to show that they're not as united as you would think going into this movie. Mm-hmm. It was good to see that some of them are actually like, yo, we same way as Killmonger thinking, but not on that grand of a scale. Like, all right, we do have the resources, and we could help people. Why won't we do it? And you know his best friend, also known as what's the I forgot his name already, from the Sunken Place, from Get Out. Daniel Kaluuya.
No.
He played Wakabi. His name is
Wakabi. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here because I don't know these names. But he's like, well, we're not bringing them here because you let them in, and
the problems come too.
You bring their problem with them, and that's so funny because our president think the same way.
Mm-hmm.
The exact same way, and
shit, they actually got a wall keeping people out.
Right, they do. So our president and Wakabi got the same philosophy. But he also said though, if you want me and my men to go with you, to clean this shit up outside these walls here, we can do that too. And so he have loyal people on his side, but he was like, as long as you don't bring them in here, then we ain't got no problem with it. So how you guys feel about like the different sides of it? You understand? I mean, because that's been their way of living for thousands of years. Just them and everything like that. It's actually just them
in the way they live. They're not trying to change anything different.
Right.
All the different tribes live different.
Actually, well, they do, but they, then they have like the elders on the council who make decisions. And they ever think about stuff like this? They don't know it's kind of out of left field, and it's probably maybe stupid. Who knows? Because we'll decide it after I say it. Now you have people who actually, okay, you got 5 tribes who made Wakanda. Like, they don't go outside of their walls. They have upbringing for thousands of years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't all of them related now at this point?
Got to be.
I mean, you don't breed outside of your own nation. There's only 5 tribes. Somebody's kin. No, think about it for a second. So am I crazy? Am I wrong?
A little bit crazy.
I mean, am I wrong though? Because they don't go nowhere.
I never thought about that.
They don't go nowhere, and they had it thousands of years now. So you telling me generations down the road, all them cousins at some point? Anyway, back to the movie. Anyway, I don't know why the hell I thought about that. I thought about that because, like you said, they got their wall up. They don't deal with the outside world. All them cousins. How we know that T'Challa and T'Chaka ain't cousins and father and son?
Boy, you stupid.
You so stupid.
Whatever. Y'all don't get. Y'all know where I'm coming from. So
I get it. Who thinking like that?
I know. I mean, I think like that because maybe I'm silly. So what ended up happening is, of course, he gets back to Wakanda, and then he has to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Initiated? I want to say? No? Wrong word?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Initiated?
Anyway, he has to become king. He had to do a ritual. All the 5 tribes come together. Well, 4, because the Jabari tribe is in the mountains, as they tell you at the beginning of the movie. So you have the 4 tribes there, and you have to, say yay or nay, whether you go challenge the throne, which I thought was pretty dope. Now, I don't know if that's how the rituals really were, over there in Africa or not, but I think that's pretty good. That's pretty dope that you can actually challenge the throne if you wanted to. Now, keep in mind, everybody does not become Black Panther. I think that's what people got to understand about these tribes. Every tribe is not, does it serve the goddess Sabath. Everybody does it. Because the Jabari tribe had 1. They served the 8. He wouldn't have been a Black Panther. He would have been something else.
Right.
Right. So I don't know if people, I mean, they tell you, but I don't know if people really think about that. Because
that's why he didn't accept the flower.
Right. So, because Michael B. Jordan's character, he doesn't become a Black Panther. He's something else. He's more like a jaguar. He's not an actual Black Panther.
I mean, let's be real.
But he said he was challenging for the Black Panther and for King.
Yeah, but he wasn't a Black Panther at all. Like, his suit was different, completely different, everything.
Yeah, he thought that shit was wild. That's why he got it.
Right. So he has to be initiated. He's not being challenged. But you have the Jabari tribe come through, all hard and shit.
Barking and shit.
Barking, making all this damn noise. Now, we got to give credit where credit is due. This guy, Winston Duke, man, he played the hell out that part. He's not on screen a whole lot, but when he is on screen, like, you notice his presence. Not because he's just a big ass black guy, but just the way he played his character. He was charismatic. He was funny, and I think he stole every scene he was in pretty much. Like, especially when he first come through, him and his tribe barking, and all the motherfuckers big as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. All of them are big. So it's like
dope ass scene. Right.
It's a very good scene, because they have the ritual, and of course T'Challa wins because movie. So so you can't lose, bro. But you could think about it for a second. I think what Winston Duke is like 6'5" or some shit. And
6'6", yo.
6'6", and small ass Chadwick Boseman like 5'6". He's not beating that man no hand-to-hand fight like that. You talking about putting him in the submission?
I think that's one reason why they made him fight in water.
Yeah, you're right, because everybody do look smaller. They don't show, if you actually size them up, though, you see a true size of them, like when the fight is over, and it happens to M'Baku up. If you watch the movie, you watch it again, pay attention to how big he is compared to T'Challa. You know, when they both get up. Okay? Big ass difference. There's no way this small ass guy is going hand with this big ass motherfucker. That's a big guy. So of course he wins.
Remember, with his power being stripped too now.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have the Black Panther powers anymore. So you know when he in this movie, it jumps right into it because you know they're telling him, all right, we need a king, but he's not really. He is the king, but he's not a king, right? Because he has it. You know, when you lose a king and when another one takes his place, you have to put in certain policies. Unless he absolutely left everything the same, you know, that his daddy had. I mean, I'm pretty sure you got some ideas of your own to put in place. I think that's when the elders told him, we need a king. That's what we need right now. We don't have one. We need a king. So
that's why his ancestral plane was so important.
Right. So I skipped over that, but that was like one of my favorite parts too, because he kneeled to his father, and his father said, "Get up, you a king. Why you why are you kneeling? You don't kneel. Mm-hmm. Kings don't kneel. Get your ass up." You know what I'm saying? So
he told him, he said, "You're a good man, and it's hard for a good man to be king."
Yeah, that is true. So, but he was so focused on catching Claw, which he could have actually done without. I think he could have done without it. He could have done without it based on the events that followed after that, right? Because you don't catch him, and then you still don't, you know, take control of the nation like you're supposed to. I mean, how do you even feel about T'Challa being king anyway? Like, he's as good as a Black Panther, but his skills at being king suck. Because he hadn't settled in the role. He didn't take the time to do the things that king's supposed to do. He didn't put things in order. He didn't delegate. He didn't put his foot down, like pretty much saying like, well, we're not. This is how I feel. This is like how we should do things. He never did none of that. That's why you had so many. You know, that's why him and, you know, a few other people had different agreements. He's going to certain people saying like, What do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? You know, even though his father told him to surround himself with good people he can trust, but still, I think when you got some power of authority, you really can't go to everybody and ask those type of questions. Mm-hmm. You know? So I feel like him being king, like being a king, even though you don't really see him being a king at all.
I don't know. The king, I feel like he was just like a people pleaser.
He do seem that way, don't he?
Because he was trying to please his friend that ended up turning on him about bringing Claude back and bringing him to justice or killing him. And then, you know, about just giving the people what they want. Remember, he wore those sandals because he wanted to be accepted by the older council and things like that. I don't know. I thought he was a little bit of a people pleaser, and he was trying to keep the way of the old way because he wanted to rule like his father, which is ended up biting him in the butt because his father, like, you know, killed his brother and abandoned his cousin. So
yeah. So what about you, Ken? How you feel about being like a king?
I don't know. Jessica just kind of like jumped ahead a little bit.
No, it doesn't matter though. How you feel about him being a king though?
Yeah, but like she's right. They didn't really show him much of being a king at all. I mean, shit. She hit that shit right on the head. Like he did. He tried to make sure he did it, and he had to realize real soon that there ain't no such thing as being the perfect king.
Right. So like you say, we don't see him much being a king, and it's kind of like which kind of sucked. I think they should have went into more details on that if I had some kind of criticism about it. Because they skipped over that part just to do the superhero shit, right? Because he actually, he leaves and try to find a Claw, and that don't go so well. Which the casino scene was a really good scene, especially it was like a one shot, and everybody's fighting. It's like there's no cuts, no nothing.
the introduction to Claw and Killmonger was the hardest shit I've seen in a movie in a while.
Right. I like the introduction of Killmonger because it's at the British Museum, and that scene is so dope. Yeah, it was a pretty good scene. It's a pretty good scene, but the casino scene, the action in that was pretty good. Even though it don't go their way, and this one they really show the technology that they have in Wakanda, because his sister Shuri is able to drive a car from Wakanda. It is crazy how that shit works. And have all these
hell, they got unlimited range or earpieces. Like, come on, man.
And for her to be, first of all, the girl's like 16 years old. She's fucking genius. She's beyond genius level at this point. She's only 16 in the movie.
Really?
Yes. She's 16, and she's that smart. And remember, because the first suit, the suit that he originally wear is his design. He said it himself. But she upgraded it to the necklace. And so we see that action scene.
That shit she said to him when he first got back was one of the hardest lines in the movie.
About which part?
When she said just because something worked don't mean it can't be improved.
Right. Well, that's true. So what ended up happening? So we had this scene. So how you feel about that casino scene, that whole action scene?
I thought it was good. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it really showed what Okoye could do.
Yeah, and it shows what she could do, and also shows how bad they are at shooting people. Because if you can't hit a woman on top of a damn car, then you suck. In a bright ass red dress, yo, you really do suck.
Well, they're driving, the cars are moving. They might be going over bumps. You don't know what's going on.
Yo, and I don't know what shoes they have over there in Wakanda, but sure they ain't move up that car.
You didn't see the shoes had lit up and they locked down?
Right.
So, like he said, they stitched the metal into their suits and clothing and
everything. And I'm like, how does vibranium do all this shit?
Man, nobody knows.
They don't go into detail. Maybe we find out when Thanos go get it.
Thanos go and get it. Go
get what he's looking for. He's looking for that soul stone, and it might be in Wakanda.
We know it's in Wakanda, man. How the hell they go to that and 30 points?
What color stone?
It's the soul stone. It's the soul stone. I mean, cause you notice from the Infinity War trailer that,
Does he get all the stones in Infinity War?
They fight. He may get it. I'm pretty sure of it. They actually fight in Wakanda. So that's that end scene of the trailer. That's what they are.
That's Wakanda?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, because now, going back and looking at the trailer, Okoye is running on the other side.
Yes.
You do see her running in there.
Her M'Baku's there.
M'Baku's there?
Yeah.
I thought that looked like his tribe, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he's there. So he's in that movie.
Because you see that he's by his side in the end when he's going back to his throne, and you notice that his friend's not there. So
M'Baku's sitting on the throne?
No, when he was walking back to the throne towards the end, remember in his console was I'm gonna say too long.
His friend was on his right.
His friend was on his right, but his friend's not there no more.
So M'Baku's sitting in there?
M'Baku's next to him.
Oh shit, okay.
I think it's because he maybe doesn't trust his friend after he dies.
Would you trust your friend?
No,
if he betrayed you like that?
But he did that in anger. He didn't do it because he hated him. He did it out of the anger.
He did it because he fucked up one time.
He did it out the anger of him not feel like he didn't bring him justice for his family. I mean, but he wasn't the only one that suffered during that bombing, so.
Right, that's true.
And just catch the little subtle references that Okoye was making about how she hates Americans and.
I kept noticing that. I noticed that, and I was trying to just brush off. But yeah, do Africans hate Americans, like all Americans, or just Caucasian?
You would too. You would too. I mean, because you gotta look at both sides of it, right? See, we have our issues with certain white people based off because of history. Mm-hmm. And because some white people dislike us only because of the color of our skin. Don't know us, don't know anything about us. Just because of the color of our skin, they dislike us, some of them. And so if you look at it from the African side, they dislike everybody over here, which I assume some of them do because white men from this country came to their country and took their people. So, yes, you would have an issue with them too. So, I mean, all of them don't feel that way, but I'm pretty sure some that do. You know?
Right.
So, I mean, you got to see both sides of it. So, of course, them being African would say, you know, would feel that way, modern Americans, whether white or black. But you have, I forgot what I'm saying. So you have the people, like you say, she keeps saying, you know, that Americans, and you say you try to brush it off for whatever reason. It ain't bothered me too much, like, 'cause I understand.
Right, especially the thing about the wig. She was like, I can't wait to get this god awful thing on my head, get this off my head.
Right. So, you know, cause
so the first about to start fighting, throw it in the guy's face. Like, that shit is just dope. That's
right.
dope references like that.
Right. So, but like I say, you know, I don't have an issue with the commentary on that, because I don't think you can actually have this movie without them saying that, especially when dealing with Americans. You know, that was like, that comes with the territory. So how do you guys, but let's move along. Let's start going by play by play. So how do you feel about Killmonger and his ideologies and how he feels? Like, you understand where he's coming from. Like, from, even though his idea is kind of like a little extreme, I think he started off right, but he's going to end it the wrong way. You know, because he actually wanted to help the poor people, but he wanted to rule over everybody when it was all over. When it was said and done, he wanted to be the singular ruler of the whole world. So how do you feel about him and his character?
I like his character. I really do like his character, but I hate, you know, that he was just going off of anger, because he was just angry. He was angry with the world. He was angry because he didn't have a father no more, and, you know, he wasn't accepted by the people that's supposed to be his people. So, but I love the way they did him up, the way they presented him, the way they dressed him for the scenes, his attitude, his tone of voice, the way he talked. I love this character. He had a bad way to go about things, but I love the message that he kept putting out, like, about the Africans and where it all started and how they're all, you know, one people. And, you know, he pointed out Wakanda's flaws about how they treated the rest of the world. So I thought it was really good.
Okay. But I understand too, but like I said, I really like this character though. So, I mean, there's no wonder his character is more popular than, you know, Black Panther himself, because he has more depth to him. He's sympathetic, and I think everybody pretty much understands, not sees his point of view, but understand why he will feel the way he feels. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, and he actually says it in the movie. He said that he took everything that he ever loved. Now, we don't know exactly what happened to his mother. I'm not sure if they ever mentioned what happened to her.
No, they didn't.
So we can assume that she's dead, too. And the fact that he lost his father is kind of like, and maybe, you know, he was in foster home. We don't know what happened to him after that. But, you know, he found his father's books and it's like, well, he studied, and I mean, I don't know about the whole killing part. He killed the ass of people.
Yes.
So just to kill one person. So I don't know how to feel about that part. I don't know if that part was actually necessary. Now, the fact that he was in the military, you're like, oh, that's a little different. He's in the military, you know, of course, that's what they do. You know, sometimes it causes them to kill people. So
but the reason why he joined the military in the first place is more important than that.
So what you said it?
He wanted, it was more of to see how they operate from the inside kind of thing. Remember, he went to MIT. He was smart. He didn't have to go the military route at all.
Right. So you're saying he wanted to see the tactics and use that to
against them.
Against Wakanda.
So when it's their turn, they're gonna put them in bounds and chains like they did everybody else. That's why he wanted to get a good look at it.
Okay. So I mean, but like I say, his character, like I get it, I understand it. I think if he just would have stopped at, nobody's gonna be oppressed, everybody's gonna have equal footing, I think he could have went a different route. And I'm even upset that they supposedly kill him off. We're not sure whether he's dead or not.
Well, I thought I still heard him breathing.
Hey, that's the thing.
That's what I thought I heard, but
you never know because they got these magical damn bees on their wrists that can do anything. I mean,
but what did he say though? He offered him a chance to live.
He did offer him a chance to live.
And he didn't want to live.
He didn't want to do it. So, but you can't tell me now. Whether if they fixed him or not, and let's say if they did, heal him, will he stop? Will he stop what he's doing?
Will they be able to trust him? No.
Right. Will he be able to trust him? Will he stop? And that's the thing.
Did you hear what he asked him? He said, "Why?" He said, "Why would you?" He asked him, like, "We could heal you." He said, "Why?"
Right, but
like, he knew he wasn't gonna stop.
Right. I'm thinking, but he can be redeemed because the reason I believe he can be redeemed is only because Bucky was redeemed. And we know how he was. The Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier can be redeemed.
It's different, though. It's different. Bucky was under mind control. He's not under mind control. That is the way he is.
Right. He's under mind control. But if he understood that T'Challa is not his father, and T'Challa actually sympathizes with him, like, you're right, we shouldn't have left you, then maybe he could have, because they are cousins. And you can't tell me he wouldn't be an asset to the country because of how he is, what he knows. He's really smart. He's strategic. So he would be a good asset to the country.
What would have been, because I think he's really off, because there was nothing indicated about him being in the next one or anything like that.
No. It's not, but we're just speaking hypothetically at this point. If it was, I think if he had a chance, I don't know, because everybody's saying we don't know. So we didn't see him get buried at all. We didn't see him get buried. So, the next shot is T'Challa walking to the throne. So it ain't like we don't see no burial or nothing to indicate that he's really dead. And Marvel doesn't really kill people off a lot. That's the thing that you can be like, all right, maybe he will come back. They don't always kill everybody off. Because remember, they did the same thing with Loki. They thought Loki... That's the thing. How the hell they keep bringing Loki back, but not went and think to bring Killmonger back? Because Loki keep trying to kill and take over the throne, too.
That's true.
So, what would be
there's no such thing as Asgard anymore, so what the hell is he going to do?
Not anymore, but still, like, even throughout the movie, he really hasn't changed nothing. He's still, the god of mischief, and he's still trying to fuck people over. Yeah. So what would be the difference between him and letting Killmonger live, which actually is, I think, a better villain? Because I think they kept bringing Loki back because the fans loved him so much. But I wonder if they could try to do the same thing with Killmonger, because people love him a lot too. And I think people really enjoyed his character, even with the limited screen time that he had. I think he's still with the best character in the whole movie.
Right.
So I don't know if they go kill him off or not. Maybe he will. Maybe see him again. Maybe he won't. Maybe they will just do it and lock him up, and maybe he be in a situation where T'Challa might need him. You lock him up until you need him. So I don't know what kind of. Come on, man. They advanced. You can tell me they ain't got no advanced therapy or some shit to help him get over what he's got going on. So I guess it all depends. They can do it a lot of ways because they never showed him. They showed him slump over. Jay said you probably heard him breathing. I don't know. I didn't hear it, but they don't show him get buried at all. I think they can actually do a lot more with him if they chose to. Yeah. And they probably
with the last line that he used, it's gonna be hard to bring him back after that.
Yeah. If they wanted to, I think they could. But because T'Challa could actually just put a beat in him, stabilize him.
T'Challa still sees him as family.
He is family.
Yeah, he knows he's family, and he feels bad for him because he knows that his father, the sins of his father, created him as a monster.
Right.
So, I don't know. I can see it happening.
Right,
I can see him.
Right. Like, why didn't you just bring him home? All you had to do was bring him home. You just chose not to. I mean,
going to see him at Ancestral Point was so dope.
Yeah. Like I said, everything about his character was good. Like, even though his ancestral plane took him back to what he knew was Oakland. And his scene, I think his astral plane was way better than T'Challa's, both of them.
Powerful.
Yeah, because you see him walking as a kid, and he finds his father's dead, and you actually see him walking as an adult. And I like the fact that they kept going back and forth, based on what the father was saying, because when his father told him what I told you about going through my things, they show him as a little boy. Because father, pretty much telling him, I told you not to go through my stuff. And it kind of made him feel like a kid again. So he showed him as a kid. Mm-hmm. But as the conversation goes on, because even after his father said, with no tears for me, and the boy was like, well, people die around here all the time. After that.
Man, that shit was so real, man.
Right. So after that, he becomes an adult. And he was like, well, maybe your people's the one that's lost. That's why they can't find us. So I think at that point, he kind of accepts. His father was like, he was like, well, I think I've led you down the wrong path. Like, pretty much, I've doomed you based off my actions. And it was a pretty good scene. It was a pretty good scene. But like I say, Killmonger, his whole character, like I said, he's not on the screen a whole lot, but every scene he's in was pretty good. Andy Serkis was funny as hell. Sometimes a little over the top.
What is love?
So, some people are really, really like, well, man, maybe they shouldn't have killed him off. Maybe they shouldn't have killed him. But I'm like, it was necessary. I mean, because of the plot.
Nah.
It was necessary.
I don't think he's dead.
He may not be dead, but he's dead right now.
I think he's dead. I
think he should be dead, only because we got Thanos to deal with next in 3 months. So
and Thanos ain't going to hit for no help.
We don't need to deal with him right now. He can leave his ass wherever else. So I mean,
we pushed that movie up a week early. So
yeah, they did. Actually, they did. I'm glad you said that. They did push it up.
Push what up?
Actually, so Infinity War is actually coming out next month.
No, it's not. For real?
Yeah, they pushed it up.
It comes out April.
They pushed it up a week.
April what?
27.
Okay, good.
April 27th.
I didn't want us to be gone and it was coming out. But
No. But yeah, they did push it up a week early. I don't know why, the reason behind it, but I'm glad they did, because they give me the reason to see the Black Panther in the suit one more time. But I think I've spent all my money. Look here, with me, it's a few more movies I want to go see. Because there's a few movies that's coming out. I think our daughter want to go see A Wrinkle in Time. I think.
I don't know if she really want to see that.
I mean, it's a Disney movie. She
said you want to see the Jurassic movie, Jurassic Park, the next Jurassic Park movie.
Oh, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
See that? I think it was something else I want to go check it out. I'm about to get Movie Pass, man. I think we're spending too much damn money on movies this year alone. I think the Movie Pass is like $10 a month, if I'm not mistaken. And you go to the movies every day if you wanted to, but you can't see the same movie twice. So I think that'll come in handy for all of us if we was able to get it, and but y'all got any closing words, for the movie before we end the show?
Go see it.
Yeah, we've seen it.
Whoever haven't seen it, go see it.
You've seen it.
It's bigger than a movie.
We've seen it a whole lot. I can't see it no more in theaters. I burned out. Hey, we've done our part. Okay, I know some black people who haven't seen it at all, asking me silly questions, what it's about. Should I go? Just go support it. Okay, you won't be disappointed. Even if you're not into comic books, you can't tell me all these people that want to go see this movie is into comic books or in the Marvel. They go support it because they see us on TV looking fly as kings and doing stuff that they don't show us doing. But if you rather go see her dressed up in a dress, hey, whatever, that's on you. If you can do that shit, you can go watch this movie here. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. I'm just leave that. I ain't going to details about that one. So Thank you guys for being on the show. Like I said, it's the first time all three of us been together in a long time. Kenneth, welcome back. So, Jay, thank you for being on the show. Thank you guys for listening. If you want to reach us, you can email us at everydaymanpod@gmail.com. Head over to our website, theeverydayman.net. You can find all of our content, movie reviews, news. Head over SoundCloud, iTunes, The Everyday Man. Check out our YouTube page. You can find this show, our open talk, on our YouTube page, The Everyday Man. Thank you guys for listening. Peace.